Have you ever walked past a tree and realized it might be screaming? Not metaphorically, literally. When a tree is dying of thirst, tiny water columns inside its trunk snap under extreme tension, thousands of times per hour, producing ultrasonic bursts we cannot hear. Scientists have recorded these desperate acoustic signals with specialized microphones. We have spent our entire lives surrounded by silent screams we never noticed. But that's only the beginning of how profoundly strange trees are. Here, on The Reasoned Mind, we explore the hidden truths of science, philosophy, history, and natural world. Today, we are going to dismantle everything you thought you knew about trees, not as scenery but as ancient planet-shaping entities that might even possess a form of consciousness we barely understand. Consider the longevity of trees as a starting point for historical context. The oldest known living tree, a bristle cone pine in California, dates back over 5,000 years, predating the construction of the Egyptian pyramids. This tree has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations from ancient Rome to the modern era. But let's reason through its composition. The carbon in its structure is not isolated. It's recycled from the global carbon cycle. Atoms in its wood could have once been part of exhaled breaths from historical figures, or atmospheric residues from events like volcanic eruptions or industrial revolutions. Trees incorporate atmospheric CO2 into their biomass via photosynthesis, effectively solidifying gases into tangible matter. This process is not poetic license, it is biochemistry. Trees transform invisible elements into physical world we interact with, linking us directly to Earth's historical continuum. Now, a philosophical puzzle. Why has Earth remained habitable while planets like Mars have not? Mars once had liquid water and a denser atmosphere, but the loss of its magnetic field allowed solar winds to erode it away, rendering the surface sterile. Earth faces similar cosmic threats. Our sun's increasing luminosity should have boiled off our oceans eons ago. The rational explanation lies in self-regulatory role of the life, particularly through photosynthetic organisms like trees and their precursors. For over 3 billion years, life has maintained atmospheric composition, temperature, and nutrient cycles, a concept akin to James Lovelock's hypothesis, where Earth functions as a self-regulating system. Trees, evolving around 385 million years ago, are key players in this maintenance. They sequester carbon, release oxygen, and modulate climates, ensuring habitability. Examine a single mature oak tree in your vicinity. Through empirical data, it transpires up to 50 gallons of water daily, creating evaporative cooling that can lower local temperature by 20 to 45 Fahrenheit. Urban areas with substantial trees are measurably cooler, up to 15 Fahrenheit, than those dominated by impervious surfaces. Annually, it filters about 1.7 kilograms of airborne pollutants, trapping particulates on leaves and reducing respiratory health risks. It generates oxygen sufficient for 2 adults' yearly needs. Its root systems absorb stormwater, mitigating flood risks by holding thousands of gallons. Psychological studies show proximity to trees reduces stress hormones like cortisol, accelerates post-surgical recovery, and alleviates ADHD symptoms in children. Scaling this, Earth's 3 trillion trees, approximately 400 per person, absorb 7.6 billion tons of CO2 annually, influencing global climate dynamics. Intriguingly, Forests like Amazon generate atmospheric moisture that precipitates as rain for a field, shaping weather patterns. Trees are not passive, they are environmental engineers. This scenario underscores trees as Earth's operating system, not renewable commodities, but foundational to stability. Delving deeper into their mechanics reveals engineering marvels. A large tree transports 40,000 gallons of water annually upward against gravity via capillary action and transpiration pull. This creates negative pressure in xylem vessels, a metastable state where columns risk cavitation, experiencing the screams detected in the labs. Trees are predominantly non-living cells, 95% dead tissues. Yet they self-assemble from atmospheric carbon, defying entropy through solar energy. Philosophically, recent discoveries challenge our anthropocentric views. Mycorrhizal networks, fungal wood wide webs facilitate resource sharing among trees. Studies show preferential nutrient transfer to kin, suggesting recognition without neural structures. Trees emit volatile organic compounds like ethylene to signal threats. Downwind trees respond by upregulating defenses. They detect vibrations from herbivores and adjust chemistry accordingly. These behaviors, sensing, processing, deciding, communicating, mirror consciousness hallmarks, but on extended timescales. Given all this, our annual deforestation of 10 billion trees raises ethical questions. Are we extinguishing forms of awareness? Compounding this, trees are migrating poleward at rates mismatched to climate velocity. The evidence-based actions like reforestation and preservation offers hope. A single tree sequesters a ton of CO2 over its life, alongside myriad benefits. Initiatives like the Trillion Trees campaign demonstrate scalable impact. So, what is a tree? A self-constructing apparatus from air and light, a historical archive, a global regulator of climate and water, a health promoter and economic asset, a biochemical wonder defying physics, potentially a conscious entity in non-human terms. Trees are older than human civilization, and they observe us. Their persistence hinges on our choices. Play your part and preserve the trees, preserve the planet.